When you purchase a condo, you are also purchasing a business. The HOA is the business that owns a large asset. That asset is the building. Imagine the due diligence that is done when purchasing a business, little less a large commercial building. How many condo buyers do you think do the due diligence required to understand the condition of the HOA and the building? Many might review all of the HOA documents and 12 months of board minutes and financials, but how many do you think understand what they say or know what they are looking for or what to do with the information if they find it? I really think most would admit they don't spend a lot of time on this package because it is overwhelming. And again, even if they did, what are they looking for? What would they do with this information? So instead, they are purchasing condos and a business they don't know anything about, and too often not wanting to be involved in the HOA. So they're handing that business, the HOA, over to their neighbors, who usually know just as little, to manage and run things, basically saying, hey, here you go. Here's my business. Let me know how much I owe you. You would never do that with the business you are purchasing. When you purchase a condo, you must be involved in the HOA. The fact is, the majority of Americans are purchasing or running a business they know nothing about. So what can you do to protect yourself? Well, this is where parts of Canada have done a great job in educating and requiring realtors to act as fiduciary during the purchase process. At least the buyers know what they are getting themselves into because the fiduciary, the realtor, has helped them review and understand the health of the HOA documents and financials. But what can we do in America today to protect ourselves with no guidance, knowledge, or regulation? Basically, hire attorneys for every transaction. That's it. I'm not against attorneys, don't get me wrong. There is certainly a need, but not for every single condo, real estate, purchase transaction. Think of the expense that would add. And what do we do after that? As an uneducated and unregulated homeowner trying to do the right thing within our condo HOA. As we just discussed, understanding the very large package of HOA documents and financials is key. It's the due diligence required when purchasing and owning a business such as this HOA and its largest asset. But because we are missing that fiduciary during the purchase process and any regulatory guidance afterwards, we need some solutions, and with partners on the same mission as me, we've come up with a few. One of my favorite solutions comes from our partners at Eli Reports in Canada. They have created artificial intelligence that will read the entire HOA document package, including the financials, and will provide a report with green and red flags guiding you to understand what you might want to pay attention to so that you can make an educated decision, or maybe you do need to hire an attorney to proceed with your purchase or hire experts along the way to get your HOA in good shape. Let's take a few minutes to look at a sample report from one of the founders of Eli Reports himself, Thomas Beatty.
Thanks, Lori. At Eli Report, we really want to help you understand your condo community. And I'm going to show you a quick example. This is the fictional Octopus Village, located in Miami, built in 1970, and a high-rise building consisting of 11 stories and 84 units. First, we'll take a look at the building's insurance. You can see that this community is paying less than its peers despite having lower deductibles. That's a good thing, because this community has likely had fewer claims than its peers. We take a look at reserve reports and use the information contained within to try and help you understand the timing and magnitude of future special levies. To do that, we need to make a number of key assumptions, including that the work is carried out on the schedule recommended by the engineer, that their estimates on cost are accurate, and we make certain assumptions about the interest rates on funds held and the increase in reserve contributions on an annual basis within the budget. With that said, this community is expecting about a $9,000 per unit levy in 2033 for a siding project, a similar amount in 2040 for a roof project, and some smaller levies later that decade for elevator and plumbing projects. It's not that difficult to read your CC&Rs, But sometimes there are a number of different documents that go in to make the overall rules and restrictions within your community. To help, we organize by topic. In this case, it's possible to see that there are a number of different pet restrictions, smoking restrictions, and barbecue restrictions within this community. By clicking on any of the results within an ELI report, you're shown the context side by side, enabling you to see and understand the full subject of the rule and restriction. We also do analysis of building budgets and compare you to buildings of the same type and age. In this case, there's a warning because the benchmarks have been derived from a small sample size due to limited data from the current year in the Miami area. With every report that gets run that is a high-rise in the Miami area, these benchmarks will improve. That said, this community is spending more in repair and maintenance, management fees, and reserve contributions than its peers, and a bit less on utilities and general and administrative expenses. Overall, I would say that this is quite a healthy budget. They're spending money on the right things, and they're well funded for future projects. ELI Report will read the meeting minutes for you and organize all of the results by key issue and date. We'll display when we have documents for and allow you to expand any given category to see critical issues within the community. I see there are a number of mentions of leaks and floods, and note that there has been a recent clubhouse leak. They're looking at having a contractor investigate. ELI Report will also pull out critical subjects from within reserve studies, enabling you to get a better understanding of the timing of these key issues and the overall importance of every matter within the community. There are some recent mentions of upgrades to the elevators. We have built GPT in so that you can ask open-ended questions and get answers from your report. This isn't perfect. GPT is liable to miss things and can sometimes make things up, but it's still a helpful tool for you to help get a better understanding of your community. In this case, I asked about insurance claims, of which there might be some, and plumbing issues, which it seems there have been some as well. So that's just another way that you can get greater context on your community from within an ELI report. And it all comes back to you within a matter of minutes, completely free. I hope that helps.
Thank you, Thomas. I think you can all see why we are honored to partner with ELI. Another tool and resource is the HOA checklist we've worked on with our partners to create. This is a 20-point checklist that will quickly tell someone from the outside just how much work your HOA has done to be healthy. You as an HOA can work on this checklist yourselves, a very simple to understand condo HOA certification program. So if you have been hit with some hefty assessments and the uneducated shopper is comparing your condo to the one across the street, they may see an HOA fee that is twice as high, but you will be able to confidently show them a simple rating of a platinum certified building, hopefully. We also provide condo training to condo owners, HOA boards, and anyone interested in being a condo expert in their particular industry, and are excited to continue to spread this knowledge across America. Those are just a few of the tools we are using and recommending. We want to be your resource for everything condo related. Here are a few more helpful tools. Go to our Condo Concierge page to see all of the different condo experts in all of the different industries that we partner with so we can connect you. Go to our How We Serve America page to learn more about those three main resources we talked about. The ELI reports that offer the artificial intelligence, and then go to association reserves, and you can see a demo of the FIFO HOA scoring. You can also see our certification program and learn more about that. It is cyacondos.com and is filled with detailed information from the home page to the about page, where we talk about the missing fiduciary, and especially on the blog page with a ton of different blogs. as well as a page called Did You Know that has some short snippets of condo fun facts, or maybe not so fun facts. We've also started recording shorter 10-minute YouTube videos touching on the most important topics today. If you have a specific topic you would like to see recorded in a short format like this, please let us know. A very well-educated person commented on my LinkedIn not that long ago. He said, "This is exactly why I don't live in condos. I don't want a bunch of Karens running my life for me." Well, buddy, I think you said it all for me. You absolutely should not be letting a bunch of Karens run your life, making decisions for you if you live in a condo. It is your responsibility to be involved in your business, and if you decide to let Karens do that, well then, I'll just leave it at that. For the rest of you, now that I've convinced every condo buyer to look at the HOA as a business and to do the due diligence as if it is, and every condo owner to be involved in the HOA, and every HOA to become certified through our certification program, which, by the way, if you looked at it, it's a pretty tough program. There's a lot to do. And every professional who works with condos to go through special condo training, and every one of you to push for regulations and legislation. Well, I hope I've added just enough fear to get your attention, because this is an extremely important topic. We need to protect one another until we have the proper fiduciary and regulatory or legislative protection in place. Otherwise, we will watch thousands of condo owners lose their nest eggs or worse. We cannot let another tragedy like what happened in Miami happen again. I started this mission before that building collapsed, and it has been devastating knowing it could happen again. I hope you will help spread the word on this topic. It's something not many thought about or think about, but as soon as we discuss it, it becomes very obvious for obvious reasons.